Welcome everyone to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. Again, I'm your host Ed Peterson, and today's date, man, it's Freedom Friday. I always say that Freedom Friday. We got January the 23rd as we are continuing our growth series throughout the month of January and moving on throughout the rest of this year in 2026. I have some great special guests today. I'm super excited about them. Um, Achilles, I would say this. It's like he's my brother for real. I really just got a chance to really know this young man, and to tell you, he is really on point. His wife Aziza as well, and they lovely children. I call it this is a collective impact group, and they're here to. I'm here to share with you some insights of what they're doing with their comic book, and I'm really excited about this comic book. Though I was up there just thinking about. Android and comics. And so, Android Comics, ladies and gentlemen, is a comic book that's created by the two lovely couple there, Akili and Mrs. Aziza. And so they have really done some things that I'm a big fan of comic books. So I've always been a geek in comic books. I'm gonna share that with y'all today. I know I haven't shared much about it, but I'm gonna talk about it some more. I have been a comic book fan since I was a kid. So, and I still have comic books to this day. Now, don't get it twisted. I do. Even in my 50s, I have comic books. Yes. And this is what's so cool about it. We have something now that we can resonate that is relatable, that's impactful, and that give us a sense of being. And that's what it's all about: being and growth. And so, if we consistently do this, ladies and gentlemen, we will definitely be on the right path to whatever God has given us. And I'm going to share this with you. And I'm going to let them talk because I'm going to stop talking in a minute, but I'm going to let them talk because I want to hear you. I want you guys to hear from them their concept and what they're rolling out in 2026, how we're going to be doing some campaigns with them. You can visit their website. We're looking for, of course, citizens. I'm a citizen now, so I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about the citizenship and kind of thing. You can basically become a citizen. So I want you all to just listen and tune in. And guys, if you have any questions, you know to send me comments in there. On my YouTube channel here, we always do something that we're going to give an impact to all our entrepreneurs, our churches, and our profit organizations across the country, how we can impact all of you all and our young people. It's all about them. And so we have something today that we're going to be sharing with you. So I'm gonna start off with Keely because I want him to share his story. His wife can do that too, but I want you guys because he don't like to be in the front, so I'm gonna post him up here so we can really get a chance to hear him. One of the creators of this and the vision that he has is really synonymous to me because I am one that loves to see things in a way that's going to impact our young people and impact our adulthood too. For all the adults, you can't never be too young or old for this. This is for everybody. So, Achilles, take it away.
All right. Well, hello everybody. I'm Achille Aluda. I'm one of the two creators of Adroit Comics. We, I'm a lifelong comic book guy too, and as time went on, we saw a need that we wanted to fill, and that's to make impactful comic books that are family oriented, but yet really action packed, something that our community can really like connect to and beyond, but really telling the story from our point of view and have it in many layered characters and characters that we can, people can like feel like they're their own with fresh, new, exciting ideas.
Hey, you're gonna need to speak up a little bit
Oh,
more,
okay.
brother.
I'm sorry. Can you? I'm probably too far away from the mic.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, get to the mic, bro.
so doing really impactful stories that are that that is resonate our past and but be fresh, and we created a whole new world. We created new maps, we created new companies, and really making it be something that people can attach to and really feel like it's their own, and grow up with it. The other majors, they've been here for almost 100 years now, so those were our great grandparents' comic books. They weren't even necessarily our comic books, but they did such a good job that they really like Spider-Man touches me just as much as it touches my father and beyond. So those are the kind of things that we really want to bring. But then when you take the mask off, he's going to look like, represent us. But then, not just that, 'cause we want to represent all nations and things, but really doing it from our perspective. And I do most of the art. My wife does, like, she does posters and stuff that's in the company, and like in the comic book. And also, I work on the website. I do the web work. I do the music. We do the layout. So it's something that, when if you put your heart to it, you can accomplish it.
Yeah,
And this is really what we're going to get into. If somebody else can't get nobody paid to do it, then you learn how to do it, and then you'll have something that you can take with you and keep doing and actually make money from. It's like, I'd never wanted to be a web designer, but we needed one, so we started developing our own web
I
pages.
did the same thing, brother.
And that's how things get created, and then you can get business from it. You do all these entrepreneurial things, do all these different things that we've had to learn in order to create this book the way that we wanted to do it, and not have a whole lot of hands in it telling us how our story should be made, and maybe this should be this and that. And like, no, this is our story, and we tell it the way that we want to, without a whole lot of hands in it. So it won't be diluted, and it can be really from what the creator gave us. Because all honor to the creator. This is why we do it. We have a mission. We have a mission of putting good things out in the world. Um, have There's a distinction between good and evil,
Yeah,
and we want to show that in our books, because they've been really blurring the lines. You have a lot of these new movies that are coming out where the bad guys are the good guys. So
yeah,
no, the bad guys are the bad guys, and the good guys are the good guys. So
right.
that's another thing. One of the reasons we did this as well, and like, so parents can be really comfortable leaving somebody with a child with our book, and not feeling like that they're going to get scarred or anything from after when they read it. And this, we really have a good time reading
Yeah.
it.
All right, so that's good. Now, I would say this because they share with me the comic book, and I've read both. I'm rereading them again, and I'm really capturing the camaraderie and what their mission is in reference to what they're sharing. Um, and when we read comic books, we always look at the characters first before we do the reading to see how graphically they look, and Kelly can tell you about that because when I first saw Captain America back in the day when they had the comic books of him, I was wondering, okay, they got him in the red, white, and blue stripes and all that. That was cool. The look that he had was fierce. He had muscles. So every character always had muscles. I ain't seen a fat character yet. But anyway, they always look good and fit, right? We got some good fitted characters out there. So anyway, I share this because we get a chance to look at it. So with Android Comics, they have really gave me some insights for everybody to be represented. And that's the key right there is representation. And we were talking about how many black comic characters are there out there. And we have a host of them in Marvel and also in DC, but not on a regular level of everyday people
Yeah.
like we were talking about. And so I wanted Miss Aziza to talk about her part of it because I'll share this with you. The writing part is down. I'm telling you, flawless. I love the fact that she had really impacted the vision of what Achille had thought of and them coming together to bring this to life. And like he said, I started in web design and marketing because nobody else was doing it on a level that was for us. Everybody was being taken advantage of. Monies were being distributed in the wrong sense of the word and charged way more than what it actually would have been costing. So I got in the game because I wanted to impact our startup companies, churches, and nonprofits where they can have a quality website without having to spend all that extra money. And today, you don't need all that. Today, not today. And I share this with everybody. If you look at technology, it afforded us to collapse time frames, but we don't have to spend a whole lot like we did back in the day. So, Miss Aziza, your part.
Yay, my part. Well, thank you so much, Ed. We appreciate you. This is nice, and we're excited to be able to share. So, my major role for the Droid Comics universe, I'm the official writer. We build out our stories together. And he's got tons of dialogue in there. I did joke and say he's just got everything in his head. But words have always been important to me. I grew up in a family of educators. Both my parents were writers. My grandmother was an elementary school teacher, and my background's actually in theater. So bringing the drama, creating real characters, playwriting and all of that was a big part of my life as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I never actually saw myself as a writer until till we got together. And he had all of these characters and all of these stories. And he was like, well, I need you to write it for me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a writer. I'm an actress. I'm a singer. I have to go be on stage. I'm not here to put words on paper.
Right.
But as we grew together and we worked on stories together and we kept building and building, I just really could see my passion and really see myself growing as a writer, because just I was a super library nerd, devoured thousands of pages a week, just from Roots to supernatural stories and just novel after novel. So we have a really good meeting space between Keely and I, with him in the comic books and me with the novels and literature, to really create something that people can dive into, they can sink their teeth into. When you're reading it, sometimes I'm a bit verbose. I really like big words. So that ties into really good with our education piece. But I just, we just want it to feel real.
Yeah.
And for the characters to feel authentic, feel genuine, to have layers and history behind them. So as soon as you start reading, you're like, wait, there's a whole lot going on here that we have to unravel.
Right.
So that's our
Right.
goal.
Right. I know. Thank you for that, Sharon. Because as I was reading it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is a lot to unpack here, and I see a lot of adventure, exciting, and excitement, and mystery, and then you got the danger zones, and I'm like, okay, they got it all in under one. And so for the writing part, I can say, Aziza, that I really have dived into. I've been sharing with a lot of my friends too, and they're like, well, who wrote this? I'm like, hey, dude, you're gonna meet them. These are a good couple here, and they put something out here for all of us to really sink our teeth into, where we can really enjoy reading as an adult. Not only that, and then for our young people to also enjoy it as well. So, Keely, I want to say, brother, this right here, what you have, and I know you got a lot more, and I keep asking for the more and more as I continue to read, because now that you gave me these two sequences of comics, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm a Hurricane fan. I'm gonna say that again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm a Hurricane fan. That's my guy in the comics for Android Comics. I'm telling you. Now he has a lot of other characters that's cool, but for me, I can relate to Hurricane.
He says, for me in my house, we still have Hurricane.
Right. We ain't talking about the drink. We talking about the regular Hurricane.
Right.
Exactly.
So everybody asks the question, okay, and we all have our favorite characters that we like, that we enjoy. And as I was a kid growing up, I'll share this quick story. I always, because my mom used to say, why you take your comic book to school? Because I wanted to finish up the story behind what was the next thing. So I carried it to school, and people were like, hey, what you doing with that comic book? Dude, I'm reading this book.
Mm-hmm.
So it got my friends intrigued and wanted to know about it. And so I was telling them, I was just sharing the story from what I've read from the comic book. I was displaying the story to them. They was all excited. And then I had a little audience right there, and all of them were like, what? Yeah. So I'm sharing, I'm telling the story. So it gave me some insights like, okay, this could be really impactful here. So what you guys have put together for Android Comics is the same system, same flow that I was when I was a kid coming up, just learning to share the story. And as I was sharing the story about Hurricane, I said, dude, this dude is powerful, but he's really helping to gain some insight to get rid of the villains and help the people that was in need. Although he could destroy anything in his pathway, he chose not to. And then the way you guys have the design set up. Now, let me ask this question. I know I'm getting geeky again.
No worries.
Who came up with the creative side of creating the characters and the outfits that y'all put them in? I thought that was pretty cool. Oh Lord, let me tell you. All right, Achilles, see, this is why you can't. No, you can't do this to me, man. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. So talk about that and what gave you the idea of the costumes that you created for these characters?
Well, when I was doing it, these aren't the first renditions.
Mhm.
I the first ones I didn't have as much armor on them, but I wanted to be realistic because I didn't want to quite make Superman. I wanted somebody who could die in battle,
Right.
and so I made them, and then I made I designed a lot of the protagonist antagonist, excuse me. And I
Mhm.
was like, these antagonists are gonna kick these protagonists behind with what they're going out to
Right.
fight in.
Right.
So the father was like, put them in armor, just like you got the other ones in armor. And then the armor came about, and I was like, well, what? How does it work? Why does this? Why do they have it? Like they
Mhm.
can't just have armor. What in this world of superpower beings can this armor do to help them be better?
Right.
And then we developed a system of how these suits help them to not only control their powers but also to store their powers to use them for later use.
Mhm.
And it's created by a scientist named Lika,
Alika
and
Pika
Alika
Lolani.
Piccololani. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
and she 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 started something that she didn't intend on starting,
Mm.
and she's trying to help try to to get her technology. It's not like Iron Man, but in that same sense that with Iron Man the movie,
Yeah, you have a designer. You're always going to have a designer for the
yeah,
suits, right?
and he designed, and he didn't realize what they were using for, but he didn't care. He didn't care until it affected himself. Well, it's
Right.
not the same with our character. She cared, and that's why she backed away because she saw what the potential was. So even beforehand, I mean that's a lot into the story too that we don't want to get
Yeah,
into.
sometimes a thin line.
It's the
But
thin
we
line of what
can
we
say
can.
that maybe her work with this suit technology, because I mean she's one of the smartest people in the universe.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, in our
Yeah,
universe, she's
And
definitely
what's her name
top
again,
shelf.
Aziza?
Alika Pika Lolani. So
it's
it's a
Okay.
Polynesian.
Polynesian.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It means Elizabeth actually, so that's like the Polynesian Elizabeth.
Okay.
yeah. And
Right.
that's another thing we want to like. We really want to pull in a lot of different cultures, but then in a sense also erase them because there is no Hawaii in our land, so
No,
there
that's
is no
true.
Polynesian language. So
Right.
what do we do when we have a language that's spoken by people that we have to saying, hey, there is no Polynesian language, so what is it now? Or there
Right.
is no English there. They
Right.
speak Arctic. And then really just having kids when they read it, just kind of see how man dictates a lot of what we know and see in society. Like even like the days we changed the days because you when I was always intrigued. I'm like, well, why are the days named this? And then I
Right.
found that the Thursday is Thursday,
Mm.
and Sunday is or for the sun, and Monday is Moon Day, and these things are named for deities and worship, and even the months.
Right.
January is Janus, and this 12 months, but it's actually 10 months.
Right.
All those different things. The Ethiopian calendar has 13 months, and
Yeah.
yeah,
That's,
so it's to show how that even time can be dictated by man.
yeah.
Our
Yeah.
the Gregorian calendar was made by a pope, and then they just literally changed time. And it was one day, and that's when April Fools came about because
Right.
people were still thinking it was April 1st, and it's like no, they changed time. So
Right.
stop being a fool. So
So that is really intriguing. I really enjoyed that. I was going back when I saw the armor and I saw the different suits that everybody had on. The pink girl, I liked the way her visor
Or
looked
Pink
and all
Lightning.
that.
yeah, I would
And
give it real razor feel.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so they got that feel. So it's really cool though. And I was thinking about
She's a
going back.
teenager, by the way.
Yeah, Pink
Pink
Lightning was
Lightning's a teenager.
16.
She's 16.
Oh, she's a teenager. Okay, Pink
Yeah,
Lightning. Okay,
yeah.
right. So I was thinking about Black Lightning when you said that.
Hmm. Of course,
But
yeah.
anyway, looking back at our African culture, the way the masks and the armors that they used to put on for battle.
Mhm.
Here in Houston, there is a museum for that, and one of the brothers and sisters that husband and wife actually put this together here, where they have the actual armor, the actual gear
Mm.
that they fought, the spears, all of the different things. So
Yeah.
when I saw your characters and the different things that they were doing on the futuristic side of it, it made me remember that.
I also I what I like to do, I like to I'm like you say you're a history buff, I'm a history buff. So I go and I look back in at the garb that they may have had during medieval
Mhm.
times and stuff that they wore during the Roman
Yeah,
times, Persians and the Hebrews and whomever. We don't call them Hebrews, but this but
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can understand what I'm saying. They
right.
had a certain weaponries that they use, and there were certain ways that we want to put this in our book so it's authentic. Even like with the antagonist, the militia,
Yeah,
having real tactics that they use in
yeah. The
in
authenticity that you guys have put together, not just in the look, but the writing, the maps, and I want you to talk about the maps because I'm really intrigued about that,
We can share them too
Akili,
if
how
you're
you
interested.
come up with the map and the mapping sequence
Mhm.
of these stories that you're telling, so that way people can identify. Oh, that's the origin where they came from. Like I was sharing with y'all, in Illinois, we have a metropolis city
Mhm.
named Metropolis in Illinois, Metropolis, Illinois. Superman is there. He got a big statuette of him in Metropolis in Illinois. And so when people go visit, they're like, man, there's a Superman for real. There's a Metropolis for real. Yes. So when you look at the different towns and cities that's named, and you notice before the comic books were really was really known for our culture, on a sense that we picked it up and we bought into it like clockwork. I mean, we
Mhm.
spent money. I
Mhm.
mean, no matter what it was, Keely, we took the time to save up for the weekend and hey, let me go buy this comic book.
Exactly.
And so
Yeah.
we paid into Marvel, we paid into DC, and we done a lot with that. Now, switching over the gears over here. Now,
Mhm.
with that, Aziza, tell me more about the mapping and how you guys came up with that sequence.
Yeah, well, I will take the lead and then I will hand the microphone back over to my husband because he's
Okay.
also the map maker.
Okay.
So
All right.
when we first start, but I will take credit for being the conduit and the voice to say, "Hey, let's do a comic book."
Yes.
Because before all of this, we were really into the fine arts. He was really into fine art, being a classically trained artist, and our whole mission was really different then. Like it was still about consciousness and still about speaking truth, but it was to a different audience.
Yeah.
And the
More adult contemporary artists.
yeah,
Audience, excuse me. So um
like I'll
it
keep
was a
going.
big change.
Okay, yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that
a
was it.
huge change. And
Right.
so in our new identity and in our new work and what the Father really brought us to do, we wanted to create just a whole different world that feels like Earth, that can be familiar to earthlings, right?
Mhm.
But is totally removed from this experience so that it's not built on the foundation of racism. It's not built on the foundation of slavery. It's not built on the foundation of our pains from our past, but so that we can really be inspired to move forward. Um,
Mm.
and so this is not to say that bad things don't happen. It's not to say that there aren't groups of people who are fighting, but it's not built on those same fundamentals because we really felt like we're the people who are super uber aware of history so that we can be informed, so that we can appreciate, but using it to inform us on how to move forward, but not living in the pain and the
Mhm.
destruction of our past. So we didn't want to bring that heaviness into this world because so many times when it comes to works that are for us and for our kids and for our communities,
Mhm.
that's the primary dialogue, right?
Yeah.
That's the primary dialogue. So we really wanted to focus on the haves and the have-nots. This is good versus evil, and good comes in all kind of colors, and evil comes in all kind of colors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's really, really what we wanted to portray. So, in these maps and in the building of the worlds is just totally different. And it might be a group of people who look like they're Chinese or they look like they're Japanese, but their culture is more reminiscent of Mexico, or people that look like they might be from South Africa, but their culture might be more reminiscent of Asian culture.
Mhm.
So it's like this big amalgam or big
Yeah,
fusion.
exactly.
Okay, yes, I'll let you take over. And if we can share, Brother Ed, we'll show a couple maps. He's pulling some
Oh,
up.
please do, please, please, yes, share. I would love that. Share, yes, so people
Um,
can see
so it's
exactly, and then the covering and the way you guys put the cover together for the comic book. See, all these are important steps that I pay close attention to detail as a history buff. But not only that, I love the fact that the way you put the covering together for it. I know Keely has something to do with that.
this one.
The
Some
comic, or was it you, Aziza?
The
no.
covering.
Okay,
If you
okay,
when you look at our little kid stuff, you'll see a lot of my art and the visual, and he's my art teacher. But yeah,
okay.
he taught me how to draw. But
Yeah.
anything that you look at when it comes to Drake Comics universe is 99.9% coming out of his hand.
Man,
Mhm.
well, so that's a good question. When you pull that mapping up, I want y'all to show the cover of that magazine, of the comic book,
Okay.
and so I can show with my audience that this is something that I really grabbed hold to because, like anything in life, when you look at the front cover, you're thinking like, oh wow, that always captured our attention.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying, Akili? So
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm talking about because when we saw the front cover of Batman or the front cover of Spider-Man or whatever comic book we were looking at the time, we noticed it always had some adventure thing, some kind of movement, some kind of
Hmm.
different levels of it where they was like in action.
And I really like study the original. Like, I mean, I'm a big Stan Lee guy.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do it, go to the guy who did it best.
Yes.
And he did comic books like nobody else. So I go back and I study the old Spider-Man covers and the old Captain America covers and the original when they redid X-Men, because a lot of people don't know that X-Men got canceled. And
Yes.
and
They
then
did.
they brought it back with new characters and new
Right.
writers and
Right.
all that, and then it became the X-Men we knew, but they didn't identify with it at first. It didn't fly. He was doing
Right.
too many rebellious things, so he changed it up. And is that it? Hey, let's see,
That's Susan
maps.
Hospital. Oh, going back to the
Yeah, I'm
maps.
going to the
Okay.
maps. 1 second, I'm looking for
Yeah. So
an
yeah. So with
image.
that, the covering and the books, that's what got my attention. And I've always been a Stan Lee fan anyway, as well. Okay,
And it is an image right there.
It wouldn't
I
let us
see it.
share our screen, but it's letting us upload
There
our
you go.
images.
Okay,
Okay, good.
okay,
I
so
got it,
this
guys. I got you.
Yeah, this is the entirety of our world map. In the center is
Wow.
New Siena. That's where
Okay.
the action takes place. Um, we have all my daughters have a little country as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
That's what's up. You gave them
yeah,
a country. I like
Yeah,
that.
they got a country. And
yeah.
then that's something we're incorporating
Let's
into
see.
our citizenship, this fun thing that we're doing for our
We're gonna
crowd.
talk about that too.
Yeah,
Let me
so you
up
can
that.
get
Let
a
me add that to
country.
the stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's New Siena.
Oh, that's New Siena. Okay.
That's actually New Siena, and that's where all of our action takes place. And
Got
I'm
it.
trying to find I believe this
Capital
is it,
City.
Capital City. And this is where the action takes place.
All
This is
right.
a
So that's
capital
our,
city.
our Gotham, quote unquote,
Yeah.
capital city.
Now this is an older image, so it's not actually landlocked like this, but I was trying to find
Okay,
but
that's
this
Capital
really
City.
is capital city. This is from Oh, I did this one like almost 10 years ago, but since we on I didn't have this readily available, but this is actually the map that
Okay.
is still capital city, but
Right.
now it's not locked to the land like this.
Got it.
Oh yeah, but yeah, this is in New Arcton, that's
That's like Manhattan.
Manhattan, and then we
Yeah, I
have
see. I was looking at.
yeah,
That's
and then
cool.
Las Gracias is where it's like almost like a mini Miami, LA.
Right.
kind of gig, and then Sunnyside. You see Sunnyside and Sugarland. You know
Oh
That's our
yeah,
piece
yeah,
from
yeah.
that's
Sugarland and Sunnyside.
yeah. So,
Absolutely.
but this time Sunnyside is not.
It's like original Sunnyside.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
before the red line.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so her.
also, get a chance to show the comic book cover because I
Oh,
gotta talk about this.
definitely,
Gotta talk
definitely.
about that, and then we're gonna
Um,
talk about the citizenship afterwards, and what gave you guys that? I know the concept, but I want them to hear it, my audience, so that way everybody can see the origination of what you guys have put together here. That is really impactful. Like I say, I talk about it all the time. As anybody who want to hear me talk about comic books, I got them. I'm gonna
it's
share
a
it with them no matter what.
sneak peek for you, Ed. This is the next book that we're doing.
Oh, wait a
What
minute,
is
what?
it?
Oh, well,
It's
let it
the
show.
file. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try it again. It said this was a there was issue with the file. Let me try it one more time. Uh,
It's too much hotness for StreamYard to even let you do.
let me see.
I
It's
know, right?
11. That's not for that, is it? Let me see.
I don't know if it's
If they don't let me do, oh no, they did
okay.
it.
It's uploading. Okay,
Okay.
good.
I'm finna say if it's in JPEG, we can do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. What? Team Z? Wait a minute.
I told you sneak preview the new book
Oh,
we're
wait a
doing.
minute. See, Akila, you can't be doing that, bro. I can't. I keep telling
He
you,
wasn't
dog. You can't.
prepared for this one. He was just looking
You
hard.
can't keep doing this. This, okay, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the comic book that they put together. Again, Android Comics. And let me share this, guys. The graphics, the designing. I'm very impressed with it. And this is next level. When I say next level, it's truly next level. So what they're putting together here again is going to resonate with everybody globally speaking. Here at GTE Professional Network Podcast or Global Touch Enterprise, you guys know I do web design and marketing, and you know I'm doing AI with a lot of this stuff that I teach and train. But let me share this: when you have origination that's come from your heart, that comes from your mind, that God has blessed you with to use your gift and talent, you want to make sure you're using it that's going to benefit others as it also is not for you alone. It never was and never has been, but it is to share and to impact others on a regular, consistent basis. So, Team Z, what we got here, Akili? I'm dumbfounded now. I don't know what to say.
Well, go ahead. This let the
Okay.
writer speak.
Okay. So we'll
Okay,
speak a little on Team Z
Yeah,
and then see if we can pull up a couple Crimson Hawk covers. I know
yeah.
you have books
please
that you
do.
want
Please,
to
I
share.
want to see that too. Yeah.
So Team Z, they are our teenagers. And what's really funny is when we really started this comic book pursuit, it was really with the heart for education and with the desire to be able to fund our learning programs. So I won't get into that too hard right now, but all of this creation, all of these stories really come from a desire to enrich the world and also to be able to fund education for families who need it the most. So what we really started with was a team of teenagers, and we called them Team Z. And that's where it began. Was really with this want to do this for the youth. So Team Z, we have Camouflage, we have Orchid Bee, we have Spectrum. They're our
The
first
tidal
three,
wave,
and then Tidal Wave is coming,
Galatian shark,
Glacian Shark. But on the cover right now, so we don't get
scarlet
too far,
owl.
and the Scarlet Owl. Okay, so it's gonna be a big team, but we got to build out the team. So right now we have
Man,
Orchid Bee,
you guys are getting
Camouflage,
me
and
excited over here.
Spectrum.
I'm just letting y'all know that I'm really excited over here.
Yeah, we're excited too. And then Ebony, the lady who's running, she's actually Orchid Bee and Camouflage. They're twins, and
Okay.
they have a big backstory that's really central to
Yes.
our whole timeline. And Ebony is actually their aunt, and she's a private detective who
Okay.
lost her husband some years ago. He was also an officer, and she left the force after he was mysteriously killed. And so she
Mm,
has that as her background, but now she's like the guardian for these two superpowered teenagers and has found herself being, a coach and a guide for them.
wow.
So that's Team Z, and then okay, we got one. You want to just click on it
Oh
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're looking for Crimson. Well, let's go
I
start with
think
this one.
Ed clicking it, babe.
Oh, okay. Is he too?
Can I go to the next one, or is it? Okay, no. It's,
Okay, let me
can you
see.
go click to the next one, Ed?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, let me do that. I'm sorry, my mind was still stuck on
Okay.
TZ. I'm sorry.
No, you're
It's
good.
all connected to
Mm-hmm.
everything. So
All right,
Okay, so you
Crimson
haven't
Hawk.
seen this one yet. So this is
No, no. See y'all doing it to me
you're getting all the
again,
man,
surprises.
these are the
man.
first times these we showing these. To be honest, this is him. It's kind of like a backstory of him being trained, and it's like
Wow.
we're gonna merge a current story with some of his backstory when he first started getting like killed and
Okay, so there's a
training.
bit of background that we can share. So Crimson Hawk, 10 years before where we're starting off with Crimson Hawk issue number one. 10 years ago, he lost his memory. He woke up in the Kyoto jungles, which is like our Vietnam slash Hawaii. He
Hmm.
woke up in the Kyoto jungles with no memory of who he was, and he was actually found by Lika and her husband, Pops, the Lika Piccolo Lani, who we were talking
Mm-hmm.
about earlier.
Hmm.
And he discovered that there was actually a prophecy about him. He didn't necessarily believe it. He didn't know what all was going on, but they nursed him back to health. They trained him, and they're a crucial part to his origins
Mm-hmm.
as the Crimson Hawk.
Yeah, I just
So
saw Achilles just posted some other stuff up there. But let's
okay,
go
go
to the
ahead. Let's
next
get
one.
to it. You can go.
And
Yeah.
see, you're doing it wrong, brother. You're doing it wrong. Anyway, so here we are. This is one of my no, not this book here, ladies and gentlemen. This comic book. I'm telling you, look at these characters. Look at the information that they're sharing. Um, are they real? Could they really walk among us? So it's a lot of things that I'm like titled to that I mean for Crimson Hawk, I mean I'm really a big fan now, and we look at and Android comics. This is something unique and different, ladies and gentlemen, that I haven't seen. That's new to me, but it's exciting and it also is edifying and rewarding for those who read these comic books. And if you're a comic book fan like myself, hey, send me a note in the chat on that and let me know how much of a comic book fan you really are. So let's talk about this one right here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Akili, because I know you had a lot to do with this part. So what are the Zorians? I don't know who attack
The
of the
Zakarians. So
Zacharians. I'm sorry, let me pronounce that.
they're all right. I am. My wife calls me like a pop culture connoisseur or whatever. So I
Okay.
encyclopedia. I was raised on all this the Thundercats, the
Oh
GI
man,
Joe.
come on
So
now,
they're
come
kind
on.
of like an homage to Thundercats.
Right.
They're people from a different a parallel dimension that were foretold to be a good race, but
Hmm.
they're attacking and they don't know why. So in the story, you'll see it kind of break down on maybe see that they're not necessarily under their own influence.
Ooh, I can add something to that. Okay, I can add. Because there's certain things that we know that we can say that we can't say. He usually has to stop me because I'll say too much. But
Right.
so there's ancient lore in our realm that there was once two realms that were sister realms that were connected via interdimensional portals. And at the beginning of creation, these realms coexisted. They nurtured each other. On one side is humanity, on the other side are these fantastical creatures that now have become myths and legends and things that no one believes in anymore.
Right.
I think that's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
More about the
things that
matter.
are happening that people are like, do they exist? Because imagine, well, we have this we have movies and everything in our world. So they recently, if you look at stuff, they released a movie called the big what's we call it the big
The
behemoth,
blue mammoth.
the blue mammoth,
the Blue Mammoth.
and
Okay.
then all of a sudden the blue mammoth pops up in on the streets, but
Hmm.
he's not in this 70s like monster cartoon.
Mhm.
Right.
So what happens? What do the people do? What does the government do? How are they there? Why are they there? And these are all questions that are tied into a bigger story from another plane in a sense. I actually have a
He's
picture.
looking for files right now. We
Oh,
have
right
so
here.
much story,
Of
like
if
the
you can,
beginning of creation to
you
Well,
could,
that's
if you
good.
move to the next one.
I'm finna do exactly what I'm finna do,
All
Kelly.
right. Well, I
I'm
did this
already,
one because this is
Yay, that's
oops, I'm
hurricane.
sorry.
appreciated.
Let me
We're
go
No
back.
good.
worries. This is
Okay.
hurricane.
Yes. Yes.
And the back, if you see in the back, that's Curtis Perry. Curtis Perry is an
You
investigative
talking about
reporter.
this right here?
Yeah, way in the
Mm-hmm.
background.
Yeah, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he's from Keepaton. He's a investigative reporter for Capital City.
And Keepitons are Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow.
so he was happened to be in the area when this thing was going down. So he's trying to get as many photographs as he can get.
Man, the backstory of the hurricane was so impactful to me, Achilles, that I had to write it down for myself and put it
What?
down, brother, because, right, look how small he is. He's taking down a big guy. But you said in the backstory, it doesn't matter the size
Yeah.
of the person.
And that guy is just really, really big. He's about 9 feet tall.
Wow.
So Hurricane's not that small. That guy really, really
Mhm.
big.
Okay. Well, it makes it look small. I'm gonna tell you
It
that.
makes it yeah. So yeah, he's like a real big ogre from if you go there, I know it's I gave you two is like
Man, come on.
it's the Guardians, and then the next one is if you go to the next picture,
Okay.
that's the Guardians of New Siena.
Oh, wow. I've never seen this one.
Oh wow, I don't know if
Okay,
it's
that
so yeah,
sounds
this
interesting.
I know. See, there we go again. Y'all doing it to me. Okay, so as you list, can you do this and list the characters from left to right, who they are?
Okay.
yes. From left, this is Bonnie Voyage. She's our transporter. She's part of a group called Razavir.
Mm-hmm.
An
They're
ancient order
in the
of the
ancient
light.
origin of the light, and they're like really here to keep balance,
And then the futuristic technology is actually ancient technology that was lost and has been,
re-emerging.
yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. See,
And
that's what I'm talking about. Aziza, don't do this. Don't do this, Aziza. That just blew my mind right there.
so this is what and well, let me go through them first.
Mhm.
This is Golden Bolt, and this
Okay.
is the order Pink Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Bolt is a retired baseball player. He's from a country called Santina. Then we have the Hurricane. You see, he's not a little guy.
I see that now.
Yeah, and that's his wife, Miss Elemental. She has the power to control the elements. Hurricane, he has the power of stage. Right now, stage 3 hurricane, but he's
Working up to
working
5.
up to 5 and even beyond.
Wow.
And to be able to control it is what's
Wow.
his problem. Is what happens if he lets loose,
Woo.
and
Destruction.
destruction exactly. So, and then we have our lead Crimson Hawk, and then there's Orchid Bee. She's
Oh, let me
also
say
a
something about
teacher
Crimson
teenager.
Hawk too.
Yes.
So Crimson Hawk, he's a droid. So in our universe, all the superpower people are called adroits. They're, our quote unquote mutants. And they stem from an ancient line of defenders who were gifted with these powers to help protect humanity from darkness and chaos. But over the generations, sometimes they faded away, they would lie
Or
dormant,
they became
or
evil.
okay, or yeah, or they became
They
evil.
started to having people worship themselves. We're kind of aligning it to stuff in history where you'll see these tyrants. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, how did it happen? Well, we're saying that they were adroits and they had a special gift to actually take care of humanity, but they used it to take advantage of humanity.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
that's one of the kind of like lining up some of these figures with saying, hey, they had a special gift and they didn't use it the right way.
Right.
And then of course we have, like I said, Orchid Bee and Camouflage. They're twins. He's not invisible. He has the power to actually camouflage into his backgrounds.
I see.
So it's not the power of invisibility. He has all types of different camouflage powers, and there's so many different types of camouflage that can be done for you to blend into a background. So that's his power. And then we have Spectrum, and he uses the spectrum of light. So it's not to burn, it's necessarily, but it's to how could I say to
Either purified, like different types of light on the light spectrum do different
Mhm.
things.
and that's what his powers do, like
Yeah.
ultraviolet light versus we
The
have the
septic
septic
moonlight.
moonlight and
Mhm.
all, and he's actually a movie star.
Yeah, he's a
Oh wow.
teenager too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a teenager too. So he's in the movie The Blue Behemoth. But
Okay.
it, you to see his name. His name is Alfonso Ricardo. So
Okay.
there's a mixture of and um you will see, if you would call them Hispanic, but we don't have Espanol, so they're not Hispanic.
Right.
Golden Bolt and his daughter, they're actually what we someone we would call Hispanic on our
Okay.
and he has his like he has his own car dealership and
So he's
so
already
he's
famous because he's a famous baseball player. But
Oh, okay.
yeah and
okay, I was
his
trying to figure
in
out what you said you were gonna
baseball
say.
what he had to do is figure out how to go slow.
Mm.
That's where his thing is. He does everything fast. So how does a man who does everything fast slow down in
Right.
order to make it believable, make it fun, make it whatever? So there's things that we've come up with to help him with his task that I don't want to necessarily divulge right now too.
This guy, if you want to say, I know geeks, blurs, nerds, whatever words we want to use, he's like, no, we cannot have any holes in this. Like, if we're gonna, and we've been working at this story for years and years, so sometimes it'll be stuff that we've written and we'll go back, like, no, well, we have to patch that up. Because he's like, we cannot have holes in this because our readers are going
Yeah, I grew up on
to going
Star
to add it up,
Wars.
and if it doesn't add
Yeah,
up,
man.
I grew up on Star Wars, and when they tried to tell me that there was only a 20-year difference between Episode 3 and The New Hope, I was like, how did Obi-Wan Kenobi age that much?
Right.
Because he went from being Ewan McGregor to being Sir Alec Guinness, and that's like look like a 40 to 50-year difference almost, but
Hmm.
in their world it was only 20. So
Right.
there's stuff that I don't like to do, and it's done I think because you want to make a story that you didn't make already, and you're trying
Right.
to make it fit.
Right.
So before we want to, if we're not the creator, there's going to be a hole in your story. He's the only person, the only entity that can make something. There is no hole in the story. So we just try to do what we can to make it patch up. And this is um the
the
Now,
other
see,
the
I
day.
other
never
realm.
seen this one before either.
Yeah, check it
Yeah,
out
he
today.
said
Good day.
this is this is will be equivalent to Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings put together with
Okay.
with with the what we say maybe the Thundercats.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, you see he has locks. She
Yeah, I
has
see that.
locks. And I when I created designed them, I wanted to make them like if you look really close to eyes, they have real cat eyes. So when they did the other, and this, I mean, let's be real, the Thundercats aren't the only people that made cat people.
Right.
So I just wanted to make a unique perspective on it and have them. They're really big on technology and weaponry,
Hmm.
and but they're doing it as protectors.
Right.
This particular group of them. There are some of them that want to control that realm, and there's like we have a trilogy that takes place before they
Mhm.
actually get kidnapped.
Right.
We
Oh, I
didn't
just
say all
said
of
that.
that.
I just told you.
That's why we were
But
talking.
yeah, see, I'll be talking and I tell something else.
Now,
And
see,
so maybe people didn't hear me. Maybe Ed didn't hear me.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
See, I have
I'm
so
gonna
much
edit that
story.
part.
I just did a Tom Holland. I just gave away
That's all
a,
right.
a
No, but
part.
no,
But
that's good. That's
it's
good.
so
Now it's
much
gonna be
though.
more
That's just a
intriguing.
little tip. That's just a little
Yeah, just a little tip.
yeah.
But
But it's
now for the citizenship, let's get to that
oh definitely.
because I really want to talk about that piece. Maybe you guys gave me the card of a citizen.
Yeah, I was about to open that up.
Yeah, can you open that up for me? And
Yeah. Yes, I
So
can
let's
while
get
open
to
you're
the citizenship
okay,
of Android comics. Because here's the thing: once you guys become a citizen, ladies and gentlemen, you're part of the culture now,
exactly.
and now you get a chance to absorb and read and learn and educate others about the world that you're going to be a part of in Android Comics. So it's a good thing.
One
I'm glad I'm
step.
one.
Yay, I'm excited. This is all gonna be so awesome. While he's looking for
God.
this file. So what we're working to do in becoming a citizen is becoming a citizen of New Siena. And this is our foundation. This is
What
our
is
initial
this file?
Kickstarter, crowdfunding, whatever we want to call it, to really bring readership into our universe, to
Hmm.
connect, to even invite everyone to be a part of building our universe. So there's all sorts of things that we can offer, from
I
exciting
know this
T-shirts
again.
and custom, I mean not custom, what am I working with, signed comic books and exclusive prints. But then
Hmm.
also we have the opportunity to offer quote unquote real estate in our world. Like, we can give you an address, you can pick out the type of property, the area in the city that you want to live in, and even open it up to that crowdsourcing sort of interactivity where you can help us name countries. You can help us really develop the universe, because we have so many countries. It's a whole world.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's really an opportunity to get in at the, I guess we'll say, ground floor. We've been working at this for years now, but really
Yeah.
opening it up to communities and opening it up to readers to be a part of us building this future. So we want this to be something that all of our kids can enjoy and their kids can enjoy, and really create a new landscape for comic books,
One
in
second.
the world of entertainment. I know it's on the phone. I can send it from the, but you
Yeah.
got it there.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
there
go.
it
I got
is.
it. I understand. Wait, and it just escaped me.
I just saw it. Y'all forgive us. It's so many files.
Yeah,
I
it's
know it is.
it was like a mad
It's so many
scientist over
files.
here. I have all these files, and I just saw it. And
It said
wait
like
one second.
NNSID.
It's the internet ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. So, as we continue this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good opportunity for us to really take hold of this new system that was put in place by the two lovely couple, and the worlds that they've created for readers, for young people as well as the adults. So again, this is for every age group, no respect your people there. Thank you. Oh, you're showing mine. All right, so this is the citizen. I'm a citizen.
Yay! Welcome, Citizen Ed.
Yeah.
I want to get your like your what we do also is I need to get your exact birth date so we can make it to the equivalent of our world. So right now I made you like 53.
That's fine. I'll send it to you.
All right,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
So
good.
I just
Yeah.
use it off of, and then the months are different months and everything. So that's why this is RIM. This is the months that's based in our world.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is
Yeah,
and
so
this
you
is.
can pick where you want to live. You can pick your property,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
and and all of it is really in helping us build this out. We've spoken at two Comic Cons before. We presented workshops, packed workshops.
Hmm.
Each and every time, the lab we presented in Atlanta Comic Con, we did the Tampa Bay Comic Con, and they actually invited us to do 2 days at the Tampa Bay Comic Con to do our workshop on building. It's like create your own comic books, but then also we speak on the use of comics as educational tools, especially for gifted learners.
Right.
Those who've been diagnosed or show symptoms of dyslexia, autism, ADHD, how we can really use comic books to help unleash their talents, because that's a big part of what we've been doing as well, through tutoring and reading interventions. We use our books and we
Yes.
use our stories, and just to see the light that it sparks in kids' eyes, especially the ones that are quote unquote problem kids, or the ones
Right.
who just regular school is not really clicking for them. They just don't jive with it. And they need something that's exciting, that can hold their attention while
Right.
also building those reading skills. So, and I don't know if we can announce it yet. They asked us not to say the official con until we announce it.
Yeah.
So I'll respect that. But we've been accepted to present a workshop at another big con that's coming up in March. So as soon as they give us the okay, we'll share all that information. Um,
Yes.
but this
Please.
becoming a citizen, this is our crowdfunding and investment campaign to really help us get these books into the hands of people across the world, to really help
Yes.
fund us in our mission to change the world one comic book at a time.
Hmm.
That's really what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Yep. And also too, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be sharing. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of the marketing updates for our Android comics, and that we can continue to update and uplift everybody and share what's events that's coming up, what promotions are going to be coming up, and then how you guys can get access to it. I want you guys to share the website of how people can get to you guys on your website.
Oh, absolutely. Please visit us at adroitcomics.com. That's ADROIT comics, COMICS.com. And right now we have digital issues available for $5. Simple $5 digital issue so that you can join, you can get to reading, you can see what we have going on. And we're looking to start our big campaign at the
Hmm.
beginning of February. So we'll have
Yep.
everything in place for you to become a citizen and join us in this adventure.
And in becoming a citizen, there's perks to it. There's
Hmm.
things that we give you discounts, early release things. Oh,
Hmm.
different things that will be coming up for people who are part of our community.
Hmm.
So
And we'd love to hear, from comic book
See.
lovers and anyone who's excited and wanting to be a part of it. What would you like to see in it and in
exactly,
becoming a citizen? Like, we really want this to be a thing where everyone feels like they're a part of it. They're a part of this new exciting thing, and they're helping us lay the foundation. So we love to hear.
exactly.
We
Yeah,
love
look,
feedback.
we love feedback. This is a PDF of our adventure book, and this is just a synopsis. You can probably, and I know you can click through it of our major characters.
Hmm.
So this is what we're actually giving out for free right now
Hmm.
as a bonus to join. We
Oh,
have um, a coupon that's
Yep, and we can send that to you if you can post it in the
yes,
description, and we'll make sure you
yes.
have it so everybody
Yeah,
can
I'm
get
pretty
this
like I
for
said, Ed,
free.
you can click through this. This is actually I can do it.
Oh, we can click through it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, good.
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
y'all can click through
I
it.
didn't realize it. Yeah, so this is of course it greeting citizens, and it is really pushing you to becoming a citizen. Um, Crimson Hawk. He's actually has his own towing company and repair service with Pops. Uh,
Hmm.
this is about creating characters. This is Jade. Can't she's one of our
Antagonist.
antagonists.
Hmm.
She's is a really major story behind Jade.
Hmm.
Uh, Hurricane.
There
It's
you
like
go.
everybody could have their own novel. Like, with the
Yeah,
time and attention, everybody could have their own,
Miss
own
Elemental.
series.
that's
Yeah.
elemental, and then they give you understanding what an adroit is. So this is the movie we're talking about.
Well, we'll
Um,
manage.
yeah, and Alfonso Ricardo, that's
Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Okay.
But he's not the main star. He's like a side star. Now this is the militia. These are the our main antagonists
Antagonist from the beginning.
from the
Hmm.
beginning.
Hmm.
From left to right, we have Lepardo Azul. Then there's Jade. Then we have um,
General
no
Colonel
Colonel
Delusion.
Delusion,
Hmm.
Black Ice, and Night Train. Now, and
Okay.
the ape in the back, that's Sundu.
Sundu.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sundu is
Okay.
not actually.
A
Well, let's.
physical. Well, I mean, this you could
Yeah,
say.
she's not. He's not physical,
Yeah.
but he feels like he's physical when he's hitting you.
So he's a
Okay.
manifestation of
Yeah,
her
it's a
powers, of Colonel
manifestation of
Delusion.
her anger.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then there's Pink
Oh, did you say
Lightning,
General Blackheart?
and of course the leader,
Yeah.
General Blackheart.
Okay.
Okay.
Blackheart. So there's a really
Good.
great story behind him too. That's quite intriguing.
Wow.
We
That-
like to do multi-layered like characters. Nothing's
mhm.
at face level. Pink Lightning, her father, Golden Bolt, Ebony Stone. Uh, then the ad for Attack of the Lucarians. This is another one of our movies.
Oh wow.
Heavy as the Crown. So he's our guy James Bond.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
so we have a storyline behind that too. So it's actually all like thought out. So it's like a
Hmm.
movie for it that can be made into something as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
uh, then that's capital. So you see, I remember this is the map how it is. It's not landlocked now. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
a peninsula.
Mhm.
Not just, but it's a peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or it could be camouflage.
Mhm. And
Yeah,
then
some
this book too, so no matter the age, whether you're an adult and an old time comic book lover, or you want it for your kids, or you have youth or community centers, like this is just an awesome book to be able to.
The baseball, yeah, that's cool.
yeah. This is Bucky Hayes. He's the
Yeah.
MVP. These are our teams
Mm-hmm.
that are scattered across New Siena. And when
So
you get
some of
this,
that's my art, some of these
yes,
logos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
definitely.
Yeah,
She did the rhinos. She
the
did the penguins,
penguins.
the elks, the warhawks.
Mm-hmm.
Did
What
I do
else
the
you do,
lion?
baby? You did the
Uh,
lion, the
okay.
bullfrogs, and the bullfrog.
Okay, yeah, I
So
did that.
Wow, that's
Miss
impressive.
Nika,
Okay.
he's like our narrator as well. And then Razavir, Zion Shamush.
That's the okay.
Yeah,
He's their leader.
he's their leader. He's I will get more of him later.
Yeah,
This
we
is
gotta read because we'll start telling you too
Bonnie
much. So
Voyage. Um, then we have the Galatian Shark.
but this
Okay.
picture is so cool when you see the whole thing. Ah, I
He's
love that
fighting
one.
against Orcanis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Orcanis is I'll show you an image of him. This is, but she's actually Firefly. She used to be Boom Boom, but I forgot to change it there. Her name is Firefly.
Okay.
There's Rage.
Rage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
Rage.
him.
Yeah, he's ready to tear shop up, and there's Crimson Hawk. Um, and we have an election that we're
Oh,
about to do.
wow.
And he's actually
Destiny's calling. Okay.
yeah. And then the Tales of News are rule, and then that goes to our what's happening.
Oh, two
Um,
rounds.
Adidas, um, Jamazu,
So
and
her
Tuk Tuk,
generals,
her
yeah.
generals. And that's her betrothed. That's her love, Kalim.
Oh, wow.
Then that's his right hand man,
And then you
OJ
see
Ube.
him in
That's
Okay.
you see him
that's
in Crimson Hawk too.
yeah. That's
Oh,
the guy.
okay.
He's the one that
Hurricane.
Hurricane is knocking out.
Right, right. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So this shows you that he's not a bad guy. He's just
Right.
happening to be when you see it and you read it, like the eyes are red. And the
Okay.
reason I talk about it is because it's been out for I don't want to get too many spoilers, but it's been out for about a year now.
Oh, okay.
But it's been like a soft
Mhm.
launch.
Consider
Mm-hmm.
everything we've done so far a soft
Yeah,
launch, and
Soft
now,
yeah,
launch. Okay.
yeah, now
yeah.
we're.
Dezaruk, that's his sergeant at arms.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and his father is actually the one that's fighting Crimson Hawk.
In
Oh,
Crimson
Is Halo
Hawk too.
2? Did we cover Crimson Hawk 2?
yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his father. That's the guy. Dezaruk's
Okay.
father is the one fighting.
Yeah,
Um,
that man. Come on. This is excellent, guys. I'm super excited. I'm telling you. Oh, my heart.
yeah, she's in Crimson Hawk too.
She's on the cover.
Yeah, and
So
then
Mahari's in there. Okay.
yeah, so some of them and then this is the last one really. This is Neva, and if you see real small, this is Pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
And this is we have like
that's the
over 100
yeah, and this is
characters.
the Rainbow Forest. It's a very special forest that is in Zakarian land
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
that they make so many fascinating things with, from the bark to its wood to its fruit.
We're gonna
And
give Ed a 3 hour podcast.
yeah,
He's gonna have
no,
a three
I
hour
know,
show.
right?
well, yeah,
No,
that's
this is
kind of,
great.
but that's the end
So,
of it. Yeah, and that's
so this is a good opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. No, I normally last longer than this, but I wanted to share this with you today as we are continuing on. I'll be actually the fan club guy that helps
yay.
with the the comic book as well. For all of fan clubs, I love doing those. I love them because I was a big one of them myself. And there's going to be some information that we're going to be sharing for those who purchase the comic book now today, so that way we can show you guys the storylines and what's going to be happening after the next one. So it's going to basically, and then you get your citizenship too. Don't forget it. that. And once you become a citizen, then you can incorporate some things in the comic book that you would like to see that can help grow this world that has been created by these two lovely people. And I love their mindsets. And I always say this with everybody. You guys that have been on my podcast before know I love creative thinkers. I'm always around that group. And I can tell you this is how the world turns because of the fact that we are consistently creating new things on a regular basis. And so, with that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this edition, of course, of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Ed Peterson. And so, for the final thoughts and words that we're going to be sharing, I want them to say something in reference to now that we have this out, Crimson Hawk, issue 1 and 2. I'm really happy about that, and then also to making sure that you guys definitely check out the website, go online, get your copy of that comic book. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. This will be something for you and family to dive into. That's something new. You know how we like. When we get a pair of new shoes, we want to walk around and let other people see what they got. So just think of this as a pair of new shoes you buy, and that you're going to showcase and share it amongst your friends and family. So with that, Achille and Aziza, thank you for being on this podcast today. And I really want to say that it's good to have our co-oping collaboration that we're putting together here. And what is your main thoughts for the year 2026 for this series of Android comics?
Oh,
I have 2 words.
I know what her words are. I really want to bring color back into the world where it's fading, and I want to bring something like help to bring hope, and through this book also help people have understanding and have a good time and know that no matter what you have to work on your smile and you have to like go get it like when I'm working on this stuff sometimes my back might be hurting, my hands might be hurting, something. But I consider what the Father has given me and what it takes to get it done, and then all something the pain might subside or whatever, and then it's like really a labor of love, and it's been quite a journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on because it's not many people that people think that you're AI. So to have a gift that people think you're a robot, then there's obviously something to it that you really have to pour into because it's not to me that's a compliment. Somebody say you the AI did it. I'm like, well, no, my hands can prove that the AI didn't.
Right.
I painted these with my hands, and the Father gave this to me to give to people, and it's a gift. A gift isn't for you.
Right.
And I want people to like somebody say, oh, it's your gift from the Father. Remember, the gift isn't for you. You are to give your gift to somebody to receive. So when he gave his son, he gave a gift to the world. His son didn't keep himself to himself. He
No.
gave himself out. He gives himself out freely. So with this, I want people to just be able to have something that they never had before. Like
Yeah.
when I was a little
That.
kid and I went and saw Star Wars, I want to do the same thing for a little kid.
Say that's
Yeah.
not that's
That's the
ours.
same
That's
thing
us.
when I looked that up. But I really am excited. Aziza, what do you think? Your final thoughts on that?
Well, of course, I agree with everything my husband said, but I have 2 words that's my motto for 2026, and that's market domination.
I knew she was gonna
Market
Boom. I knew
domination.
that was coming. I knew that was coming. I was wanting you to say it, Aziza, but thank you for saying it.
but it's
Yes,
the truth of
market
the matter.
domination. But
It's
it's all about how we dominate and innovate and uplift others
exactly,
as we grow. And to
exactly.
me, growth is the most important principle on the planet because we do not just continue to um, grow in certain levels, but we want to grow with everybody. Everybody
Exactly.
in this community can grow together. We can gel together, and we can build this community that we have as a citizen of our
Exactly.
Android comics that everybody can participate in and give their 2 cents and put their information in there.
Exactly.
So that's what we grew up with, though. Believe it or not, Achille, that's how we grew up.
Yeah.
And we need to bring that back. And so I'm happy you said that. You want to bring color back. You want to bring the origination of what it is and mean to be human, and to also help your neighbor.
Exactly.
To
That's the
also
only
help
reason the
yourself.
Fantastic Four worked. He made it human. He made it human. You know, they
Yeah,
have all these powers, and
right.
it worked because he made them human.
Yeah,
He made Johnny tease Ben, and Ben tried to kick his butt right in the middle of the tease, and they just got their powers. It's like, man,
right.
y'all just got powers. Why y'all fighting? But it's family. And then at the end of that comic book, the family came together and they prevailed.
Yeah, they
And no
did.
matter
They
what
did. They did.
happens and what
They did.
happens to you, and it was and because they were devastated. Like
Yeah,
Ben
yeah.
Grimm, this is not a good story for Ben
Well, it
Grimm.
gives us an opportunity to really look at within instead of looking always
Mhm.
without.
Mhm.
If
Yes,
we look within ourselves,
exactly.
we can understand more. And it's all about our growth process too, and who's amongst us and around us. Are
Yes.
they feeding you or are they starving you?
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so I want to be fed. So
Exactly.
right. So this is an opportunity here with um with Android comics that you can be fed. You can understand exactly what these beautiful minds, I'm gonna call them, have put together here that is going to impact not only just your family but everybody you're in contact with. Because now, remember how we used to be, Achille, I'm gonna bring this up real quick. When we used to watch something, we'd go out and we demonstrate what we watched.
Oh man. Man, tell me about
Remember
it.
that?
Hey,
So,
look, watch this, and then hurt yourself, but don't
yeah,
can't tell
right.
nobody because then you
Yeah, I'm
soft
good.
now.
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'd have been
Right.
flipped over. I have
Oh
three
my God.
brothers, so we did when we would watch the wrestling. We was like, I'm Superfly Snooker,
Man, come on.
and listen,
Right, come on now. Right,
yeah,
then we watch Bruce Lee flicks and movies, and we watch them. We go
exactly.
out there and try to do karate ourselves.
Exactly.
I mean,
And you can
stuff
live
like
it out. You can live it out without like that's what I do. Like I'm going and I'm living out my dream through my
yeah.
artwork. And I can't kick my foot up there, but Crimson Hawk can.
Right,
So, just really
right.
expressing yourself and being able to show like, hey, and then somebody who's like you, like, yeah, that's cool, man. I want to see that. And that's really what we want to get. And
And that's
that's
the kid in all of us. And we have to understand as adults, we have that still that kid in us that
yes.
just want to go out and do certain things and have fun, right?
Hmm.
So we bring that back to the adults who have been down, depressed, and can't really make a level
Exactly.
of excitement for themselves or have the joy of hope. And
Yep.
so this gives us that. This gives us a whole lot more than what we really bargained for. So for just $5, ladies and gentlemen, I'm
Yeah. And
telling
be
you,
secure with your champion because
right.
know
And,
that
and I want y'all to do this as a challenge. When you go to the website and you look at that and you purchase the comic book, I want you to pick a character that you resonate with. Pick a character, and I want you to send that to me. And you can always, again, on our podcast, on my YouTube channel, you can always make the comments there. But I want you to go particularly to emailing me, Edward at globaltouchenterprise.net. I'm going to say that slowly. Edward at globaltouch, TOUCH, enterprise, like enterprise rent a car.net. That's my business email. Send that to me, and I will be happy to relate this over to my brother and sister over here, where they can continue. Because the goal is to growth for 2026. This is our season. This is our year, and we need to be making amends and impacting more people by sharing what we have. It's not good to hide it. It's not good to hoard it. It's not good to put it in a ditch or put it in the ground and say I'll save that for later. No, get it out tonight. Get it out right now. So with that, I want to thank you all. My fantastic brother, I'm gonna say fantastic because we're talking about Fantastic Four, and my fantastic sister over there. I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share your passion, your love, your vision of your Android comic book with me at Global Touch Enterprise. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for this edition. And like I said, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna bring them back. Don't get it twisted. They're coming back because I've still got to go into this new stuff that they just shocked me with today that I did not even know was there. But we're gonna talk about that too on our next time when they come back on my show. So with that, y'all have a blessed opportunity. Keep the faith, ladies and gentlemen, and keep building your dream. Peace
Bye,
out.
Goodbye,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
Bye.